Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
Ready, set.
So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Wilson's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ready? 50, plant.
Now a play fake here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. That is just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Ready to break.
50 seconds for Mike. I got him.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. That's Stills bringing it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's complete. Stills. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And Stills over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Break. Check right 54. Line 54. Dolphins defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Ready? 18 gainer.
Back to throw here. Caught by Wilson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Drake. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Touchdown, Miami.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
You referee! Let's go, baby!
Shoot.
They go play action here on first down. He's got Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go!
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
Ready, ready.
57. Check. I got it.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we set up.
And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Set. 30 base.
57's right. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze.
Ready, set.
Mike, 57. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
60 out.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The end result, 21 yards.
Set, ready.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there in the coverage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Touchdown, Miami.
Set. 10 Lobo.
54 Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
5.
He'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
On the ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Henry Anderson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was looking. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis.